now we have Dr. Serge, the founder and the chairman of this great GlobalSparksInternational.com, so which is a charity foundation, a man on the hierarchy of money and due, doing a yeoman job for the money and due graduates, and more specifically the money and due BSc section in Chinese language, who has handled more than 100,000 Chinese graduates, alumni on board, a real enthusiastic, energetic person who has played a very vital role in structuring this Go Global Business School and TrainOpreneur Program. And thank you, Dr. Serge, for getting connected with us. And let's serve together the community of trainers, mentors, and coaches in taking forward the dreams of what you have been imbibing, inculcating within you to hundreds and thousands of people all around. Thank you, Serge.
You're very, very welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure working with you and your team. In my younger years, when I started business, I was blessed with an environment that allowed me to be part of great experience, great ventures, business ventures, where we created a lot of things at the time that seemed almost irrelevant. It looked, it sounded a bit silly. You know, things like connecting everyone in the world through a computer, through a laptop computer. I'm talking about when desktop computers didn't exist yet. You know, there were only mainframe computers. So we're talking about communication. We're talking about allowing people of all races, all countries, all languages, rich, poor, middle class, whatever, it doesn't matter, having them a voice, being able for them to express themselves. And at that time, then there was that thought that if one day that can happen somehow, then there could be a way to be able to educate through the same medium, through the same platform. At the time, it was not called a platform, but you know, a way to educate people worldwide in different languages, so we can have teachers from any country teaching somebody else from a totally different country in a different language. So that was like a dream that I grew up with, you know, in my 20s, and then late 20s, it started to happen. Something called the internet was invented, and then we were right into it at the forefront of that battle. I call it a battle because it was a battle with so much competition, all that, to see who was going to be first, who was going to be the most popular, who was going to be, you know, there in front of everyone. And the environment has changed since tremendously. It went, as you know, I won't get you all the details, but it went from everything free on the internet to almost nothing free. And then there were a lot of businesses that came on board and made billions, and a lot of them lost billions of dollars. Some took advantage of people, of investors. Some were scams. Some were real, but didn't work out for whatever reason, didn't have the marketing expertise to do it, didn't know how to do it. All that to say that now we're almost 2020, and there is a new shift that is happening, and a new paradigm that I call that is happening. And it relates a lot about, again, coming back to 40 years ago, communication, sharing information, being able to be there and support, help other people, support other people. And that's where a couple of years ago, I created that platform called GlobalSparks, where GlobalSparks was used for different things before, but I kind of revamped it. I made it become a platform for education. But at the beginning, it was only for myself and a few friends. And then I started to gather classes that were available around the world that were free, because my heart and my energy goes mostly, or a lot, I should say, primarily towards a nonprofit organization, not the big international charities, but the very small one, the millions of small nonprofit, 1, 2, 3 people who are givers. They help others. They don't make too much money doing it. Most don't make any money. So I wanted a way for them to be educated in a way where money was not an issue. So that they didn't need the money. All they needed was a connection, an internet connection. And that led to, a few meetings with different people and all that. It grew to be, the largest entity platform on the internet from that point of view of nonprofit. And then about over a year ago, I met with Dr. Aziza. Well, I met her many years ago, but we always remained friends and all that. And we started to talk about this platform, and then the idea came that, well, maybe we could do something like that and expand to Asia, and that's where we are today, expanding to Asia. In the process, we had to make some major changes in the platform. One was, of course, the language, or the ability to offer the language, the different languages, but also the ability of to be able to handle the transactions that are most of the platform is free, but part of the platform is for trainers to sell their training also. So that's a very important element of the platform where we're going after. So and the expression we use here, I don't know, I'll explain to you what it means, but piggy, meaning that we use the membership that is free, and we let people know that there are also those other trainings that are for a fee, and the fees of all those trainings are very minimal. We go after the number of people that could be taking the classes and all that. So I think the numbers that the Go Global team has put together, potential earnings, is very reasonable. Actually, I'm hoping that the trainers will be making more money than that. But I think the bottom line for me is that we want at GlobalSparks to listen to the trainers, to listen to the users also, or both sides. So to create that, or to customize the platform in a way that there will not be a big need to go anywhere else. It would be a place where everyone would be happy to work with, everyone would be happy to transact, everyone would be able to be educated, and having a lot of course, different trainers available. The training can be online, can be live, it can be in person. We have that ability to do pretty much any format that the trainer would like. It could be in written form, books or PDF files. It can be video, existing videos or new videos. It could be almost anything that you can think of. And so that's why we're building the platform, especially the last 6 months. We have kind of revamped everything and changed the modules and all that to make it so that we can customize it to the needs that will be growing. The needs today are not the same as the needs next week. Like, for example, Dr. Sri Kumar, you were the first person from that part from India to register, and so we're very proud of that. You always remain special to us because, hey, okay, there's one person that said yes, and because very few people know about it, of course, but that's an honor to have you, and we'll always remember you as being the first one in India. So it's pretty cool, when you see that it's coming along. I don't think the marketing has been done officially yet, so we're just starting, one step at a time. And I just hope that all of us together will make a great thing of it, and GlobalSparks will be able to support the need of all the trainers and all the users of the Go Global Business School. I don't know if Aziza, you want me to add anything or go to a different direction or?
Yes, you want to share a little bit of background of GlobalSparks, the ownership, the organization that you have created. I think you missed that part of
The organization,
Yeah.
GlobalSpark. Well, GlobalSpark basically is owned and managed by our own nonprofit entity, charity. 100% of the revenues are distributed to different programs, and the programs are basically in the countries where the funds are coming from. Not all of them. For example, most of the funds are coming from US. So of course, we take some of those funds to help entities. We're supporting over 2 million entities around the world, and we're mostly active in 27 countries. And so those countries, of course, the funds come from donors here in the US. But what's going to happening with the platform, having a master licensee like Go Global, and controlling, not controlling for lack of a better word, but to manage that part of the world, then at GlobalSparks, some the revenue that will go to the charities will be geared toward the charities in those countries that it's coming from. So there's no owners as such of GlobalSparks. It's a nonprofit. The way it works here in the US, the charity is not owned by anyone. It's managed by directors. I'm the director. I have a board of directors that I'm responsible to. Together we make decisions in where we want to go, what we do, etc. We have fantastic board members. One is, was from Wall Street. A lot of experience in Wall Street. He retired. He was very young. Made his fortune there. He became a very good friend of mine, and we manage the platform, not the platform, but the foundation itself. He's one of the key members. We have other people, two other people that are Money New graduates. Carol Lizard, that I think that you might know. I know Dr. Aziza know very well.
Yes, yes. Carol is our DISC profile veteran.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so we have other people that you wouldn't know, but we have one, Melanie Smith, that is Olympic gold medalist many years ago. And so, we have very high-end people, very, very, very good people that have that are very, very selected. Like we are very selective in the way we take them. We do a lot of research. It takes for a new board members to be accepted on our board. It's probably a 2-year process. We're very, very careful in what we do because we work with a lot of nonprofit entities, and we know there have been a lot of abuse in the past for entities that work with other charities that, there's a lot of scams going on and things like that. So we're very, very serious about that, and we want to be totally transparent with anyone. So, when we do our reports to the government, well, of course, we have to be totally clear in what we do, etc. So our members have to be very, very good, very, very honest and direct and all that. None of them are paid. Nobody receives a salary. So we all volunteers for this. So, and we look forward to work with other countries because we want to be able to support other countries. In the US, there's a lot of need for charities, but US is a very wealthy country. There's so much more help and support we can give to other countries on the planet, and that's what I'm using GlobalSparks as the door to enter those countries, so that then my foundation can go in and support charities that are already there on site, whether it is on the education side, to help them to educate themselves and educate the people in that country, and sponsor some. For example, when we have a trainer that goes there, we don't want the trainer to go there for free. We want him to be paid because that's his livelihood. That's how they make the money. That's how they put food on the table in their family. So we cannot ask them to go there for free. So what we can do, sometimes we can sponsor. If they go somewhere that does, a city or place where they have 500 people showing up, and we know that 100 of them don't have a penny to their name, they don't have any money, but well, we would sponsor those people. We will pay the instructor for those people to come. So that's our goal long term, and with the plan that Shine Go Global has, I think it's a tremendous plan, and I think we can achieve our goal in those countries.
And Serge, that is so wonderful, because to hear it, and one more time, because we have always envisioned training coaching as a very highly socially conscious business model. I mean, like, people who are in the training industry and the speaking industry and the education industry, they go with a lot more passion than any other industry. And they are also the ones who are, financially unclear at the beginning, and they may not even know how to monetize themselves because they are so socially driven. And it was at a point in time we were going that direction, and myself and at the beginning part of my work. So when we created this platform, it was very much in adding value to these trainpreneurs, the coaches and mentors and people in the business of education, to be leveraged online, which many a time they will not get in. So now being leveraged online in collaboration with a foundation, a charity organization like GlobalSparks, is really an honor that by default, by making money, the trainers themselves are directly adding value to a global organization. That is so wonderful. And it's like such a leverage. Talk about leverage. Such a leverage, and the precessionary effect, the side effect. Otherwise, it's good. It's such so amazing. The icing on the cake is when Go Global Business School has taken up the rights for Asia and Africa, which is like the largest continent in Asia. If we were to say Africa, and then all of Asia, we're talking about billions of people. And as we grow, we see a huge potential of this value add of, charitable work, free education, or any other form being spread about through this platform to this part of the world. I think it's going to be, I can really feel the impact it can create, because all our trainpreneurs, and as you know, Shine and Go Global Business School naturally attracts a lot of visionaries and missionaries. So we're talking about people in a mission of uplifting, different parts of people, different groups of people. So this will be a great opportunity for us to give away a lot of things, not just education, but also other ways where we can work with many other valid organizations in this part of the world. It's going to be very exciting.